Ventura, and number 64, Austin Anderson. Joined by Hilltopper captains number 10, Griffin McHugh, number 40, Zach Andrews, number 44, Ray Mills, and number 55, Elvin Colazo. Officials for our game this evening: referee John Jaskolka, umpire Richard Tracy, linesman Mike Dano, line judge Jeremy Clegg, and back judge Fred Russell. Athletic trainer services for Hilltopper football are provided at no cost by the fine people at Marshbrook Rehab here in Somersworth, and we greatly appreciate that all that they do. Campbell has won the coin toss this evening, chosen to defer to the second half. Somersworth will receive to start the game. Fans this evening, the Somersworth Hilltoppers proudly join forces with the NHIAA, WMUR Channel 9, and the New Hampshire Food Bank as New Hampshire tackles hunger. Thank you to all of the wonderful fans out there who have donated non-perishable food items this evening. If you would like to help out our local food banks, but we're not able to bring items with you tonight, we're also accepting cash donations at the concession stand as well, and we greatly appreciate all of your support. Fans, our Somersworth Hilltopper football players wearing upon their helmets this evening a badge of honor for more fight, more strong. Today, October 13th, is recognized as Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day, a day designated to raise awareness for the spread of breast cancer to different parts of the body. This past May, we lost an integral part of our Somersworth Hilltopper community, varsity girls basketball coach Jessica Noonan Moore. Jess was diagnosed at the age of 32 with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. It is her legacy and the mission of the More Fight, More Strong Army to continue to raise awareness for this terminal illness and to someday find a cure. Our Somersworth Hilltopper football game on October 27th will be played in Jess's memory. This evening, on behalf of Jessica Noonan Moore, the Portsmouth Memorial Bridge will be lit up in the NBC ribbon colors of pink, teal, and blue for all those diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. The lighting starts at sundown this evening and will continue until sunrise tomorrow morning. At this time, we'd ask that you please pause for a moment and in the silence of your own heart, remember Jessica Noonan Moore and all those diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. Thank you. And now, please remain standing and remove your caps as we so proudly honor this great country of ours with the playing of our national anthem by the Somersworth High School Band under the direction of Mr. Matthew Lagarde.
did we get the ball? The guy who called it, Joe, was not the only
Somersworth and Campbell, we've been talking about this one for about a month. Undefeated, and the winner of this one is going to be in great shape. Down at Carroll, home playoff games, the three teams are going to be in the playoffs. Where they go is going to be determined by a lot that happens tonight. There's playmakers all over the field for both of these teams. As Somersworth is going to get the ball in this football game. Snap carry has been one of the best backs in the league. He's going to be back deep. Figure Campbell. These teams have a pair of really good running backs. Ray Mills carrying Somersworth. Brian Neal Campbell along with Keegan Mills was our Here it goes. Short kick. They do a lot of onside kicking. Somersworth's ready for it. Bobbles it, picking up the court. Can't pull out onside kick.
After the kick should be first and 10 with Somersworth. Ball on their own 39-yard line.
Three backs behind. Fonse down the center. Handoff goes out. Over right tackle.
Ball carried by number 44, Ray Mills. It's going to be second down and 8 for Somersworth.
They've been able to win offside games without him. This is the kind of game that they need him. Maybe more than one guy. Crowded backfield. That's the look they're going to give. Three backs behind. There goes the handoff up the middle, but immediately Campbell. 2 consecutive runs up the middle. Campbell's been there waiting. Several guys that can attack him from him like that. Including
Ball carried by number 40, Zach Andrews. It's going to be third down and 7 for Somersworth.
Zach Andrews over that 35 defensive end. One of the best Third down and 7. Fonse's going to keep himself. Gets a block to the outside.
Ball carried by number 14, Brogan Von Saint. Tackled by number 9, Steve McEwen. It's going to be fourth down and 4 for Somersworth. Penalties against Campbell for offsides. It's going to be first and 10 with Somersworth. Ball is going to be on the Campbell 49-yard line. Ball carried by number 44, Ray Mills. Tackled by number 73, Paul Saruzic. going to be second down and 11 for Somersworth.
Sweep it out. Good block. Good run by Mills.
Ball carried by number 44, Ray Mills. Tackled by number 28 of Campbell, Keegan Mills. It's going to be third down and 4 for Somersworth.
Pitches it outside of Mills. Mills got a little longer. Can't get around the edge. Off drives it down by Campbell.
Ball carried by number 44, Ray Mills. He was tackled by number 32, Nick Boucher.
This is a Campbell team that Greg Josh talked about a couple years ago.
It's going to be fourth down and 4 for Somersworth.
A little bit as sophomores. What he really liked with this group was heading down. This is obviously a change for both these teams. Feel like they should be in Durham. They should be making this one so big. So someone is going to kick it over the head. That's a huge play. Got to get it away. See if he can kick it on the run. He can. He gets hammered. 35 yards.
Bad snap for Somersworth, but there is a flag on the play.
That's exactly what Vicious this does.
It's going to be a personal foul against Campbell.
Power series is a good change of events, folks. You got to try to misdirect a little against that hot flow. Oh, that's
Discussing right now. Foul should be on that. He's going to get the ball. Ivan kick is off. Wobbler covered well by Somersworth. So good ball to stay down.
After the punt's going to be first down for Campbell on their own 15-yard line.
a lot of weak
Our condolences to everyone affected by the Gordon family. Crystal Lake, Manhattan. Do you want to leave the game right now and go watch it? Like a SWAT room in there. So Campbell gets it for the first time, and again, you're going to see a lot of Keegan Mills and Ryan Yeshevsky. Shotgun, a lot of direct snaps, and there it goes. Up the middle, breaking out. Finally taking out a big run by Yeshevsky on the first down. And so what Campbell's going to do is they're going to sometimes put 3 backs in
After the Campbell carry, it's going to be first and 10 for them as they're on 31-yard line.
So someone's just going to have to recognize guys like Zach, Andrews, and even members of that Sweet pass. Good penetration by Somersworth, just like that. 2 big plays on either side.
That was by number 40, Zach Andrews.
Zach Andrews, we just talked about.
Going to be second down and about 16 for Campbell.
watch the counter and sweep coach. Counter and sweep the 32. Use one
second down.
Zipper is tight.
And Yancevsky.
That was number 51, Joe Boucher with the tackle.
Apparently our
It's gonna be
technical
third
issues
down
are
for
taken care of
Campbell.
now. Does that mean I have to do my Friday the 13th joke all over again? Again, condolences to everyone affected by the Voorhees family. Crystal Lake, Manhattan, and outer space. Because although Jen never saw it, there was a Friday the 13th in outer space. Counterplay to the other side, but read very well by Somersworth. So Somersworth got fooled
Ball
on
played
that
by number
first-
32, Nick Boucher.
on that first possession. Excuse
Gonna
me,
be
first
fourth down for
play of the
Campbell.
possession, but since they've been all over defensively.
Rugby from 16 is up and then it shifts back. You'll see it. Shift back.
Direct snap, who's it going to go to?
There we go. The shift's back about 3 yards.
Yep, shifts back, and they're going to kick the football on fourth down. Somersworth back, but they're going to get away from the football, and that's where Somersworth's going to take over. So both defenses come up with big plays on those opening possessions.
Down to the Campbell Pikes, going to be first and 10 for Somersworth on their own 35-yard line.
So both defenses controlling the early momentum of this one. .54 left here in the first. This won't be a long football game. Both of these teams are going to run the football. Bonsaint under center. Counterplay, read by the middle of that defense. And what's interesting is Abkarian hasn't really gotten the ball yet. They've really kind of been feeding Mills. Both teams kind of just feeling each other out. With their bye week last week,
It's going to be second down.
you know,
and
that's a
10
lot
for
of film
Somersworth.
that these players were able, I mean, these coaches were able to watch. These are two really, really good coaching staffs. Dan Hodson, Somersworth, and Greg Gush of Campbell. Campbell, of course, won the title 3 years ago, beating Newport over in Durham. Handoff this time it's Abkarian. He's going to try to go outside with it. Does. And brought down. Good tackling by Campbell.
That was number 23,
Good tackle.
Christian Abkarian was
Number
there.
28, Keegan Mills. Mills is one of our players' locker room players.
Second by
Jennifer,
number 28, Keegan
you
Mills.
like him?
It's going to be third down and 7 for Somersworth.
And Abkarian down. Hopefully he just had the wind knocked out of him. This is an injury they can't afford to have. Abkarian getting up, and that's really good news. Hopefully he just had the wind. That was a pretty good hit on the side. Both these teams are hitting each other pretty good. They know what's at stake. We've had kids tweeting us about this game from both sides. Like, there's been a lot of momentum coming into this one. Keegan Mills just planted Abkarian, two All-State running backs. Having a little greeting on the sideline there. So third down and 7, 3 backs behind Bonsaint. Handoff goes, and good job running through the tackles by Anthony McHugh. But he's going to be short first down. And it's going to be on fourth down again. As so far, these are two teams that score 40, 45 points a game, but really the defensive has been the story for both sides early on. Good atmosphere here. It's homecoming weekend, Somersworth. Good kick. And they're going to let it drop. And the ball's going to go to about the 28-yard line. That's where Campbell's going to take over. So happy Friday the 13th, everyone.
After the Somersworth punt, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Campbell on their own 28-yard line.
Jen, you know there's a Voorhees cousin who lives in Northwood? Yeah, nephew. Weird kid. Walks the roads alone. Just lock the doors, lock the windows tonight. And if you think of something you missed in your car, just leave it. Don't go out there. Direct snap. It's Mills, Keegan Mills, bounce back. And I think it's the Mexican transfer student, the exchange student, Daniel Osuna.
Keegan Mills.
Osuna coming over from
down
south. Daniel Hodson, his coach, was very happy to find a 6'5", 270-pound, willing football player coming into his program, and he's made a huge difference playing center and on the defensive line. Not a tough kid to pick out as you see him on camera. He's a big boy. They have a big line both ways here. These are Division II sized teams. Mills spun again, and boy, this defense of Somersworth is, again, 2 weeks to prepare for this game by two very good coaching staffs, and you're seeing it. There's nothing being fooled by either side. Dan Watson was explaining to me exactly what Campbell was going to try to do, and Greg Gush very much aware of what Somersworth was going to do. These coaches have met many times, but these are two of their better teams facing each other tonight. Third down and 10 as we're under 2 minutes to go here in the first. Minute 35, clock running. Mills is going to take it, he's going to throw it, fires it up. It's not anyone's ball. And comes back and makes the catch. The defender just kind of lost track of who had the ball. And I think it was Cam Barrett, I think, came down with a catch. Number 26.
Pass complete to number 28, Keegan Mills. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Campbell. Ball's in the Somersworth 48-yard line.
So first down for Campbell, their first of the game, or excuse me, their second. They had it on their first play. Going right up the middle with it. It's the old Kevin Falk play. 1:03 to go here in the first. Good night for football. I'm not a fan of being cold, and I'm not cold.
After the carry, it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for Campbell.
Did I tell you McIsaac tried to kill me once?
Ball's in the Somersworth 45-yard line.
Joe Manzi brought me coffee. Biggest mistake of my life. Two receivers up to the left. You're not going to hear me say that very much. But they run it up the middle, trap play, and they're going to get a first down off. So nice designed play, pulled two defenders away from the pile, and Campbell's got another first down.
After the carry, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Campbell.
28 seconds to go, so this will
line.
likely be the last play of the first quarter. Salem 14-0 over Merrimack early. Here comes the sweep pass. Mills bounces it outside, looks to cut back around, and a good run, good tackle at the 26-yard line, but Keegan Mills, the sophomore, there's about 3 or 4 kids on this field who are sophomores who are real good football players. Now, Carrion's a sophomore. We mentioned Keegan Mills, Bonsaint, the starting quarterback, and that's the end of the first quarter, 0-0. Good defensive effort by both teams, but Campbell's on the move.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Speaking with my sister, and she's coming out of college, studying to grad school instead. That was kind of like a, oh my gosh, moment. I didn't want that to be me. The dual admission program at Great Bay was the solution for me because ultimately I want to finish my education at UNH. When my sister found out that I'd be saving so much money at Great Bay, she was definitely jealous. If I had stayed at the four-year university that I was previously at, I would have been upwards of $75,000 in debt. This is something that I'm going to look back on and be proud of.
So Campbell back at it. Their second drive's been their best one. Direct snap's going to go to Keegan Mills. Keegan Mills, good job. The defender just grabbed his leg and wouldn't let him go anywhere. Going to be a second down and maybe 9.
Keegan Mills. It'll be second down and 10 for Campbell.
Here comes the sweep. Mills got a blocker. Gets through one defender, knocked back. Boy, these kids are hitting. This is a football game. About 3 yards, going to bring up third down and maybe 6.
It's going to be third down and 7 for Campbell.
Our score? It did. It's at 0-0. Friday 13th joke 7. We're not done with those either. I wasn't joking about the Voorhees that lives in your neighborhood, though. That wasn't a joke. That was a warning. Mills hit, knocked out, tries to spin out of it. This is 4 down territory, but he might get the first down. He looks like he's short. We're a little bit away.
That was 28 again.
Jen, find out from our second cameraman if you got it. Oh. We don't have one. One day. Who needs a second cameraman when you have Jennifer Check Ruth? Former honorable mention point guard from Co Brown basketball. Honorable mention? Yeah? Yeah, let's go with it. She was a passer, not a shooter. The kids that shoot it get on. It's not always fair. Kids like me shoot too much. So here we go, 4th and 2, big play for the Somersworth defense. There's a shift, and it may not have been a legal one. Somersworth is pointing fingers. Let's see what the call is. But certainly biggest play of the game for this Campbell offense. Yep, and then walking backwards. No, it's going to be against Somersworth. So that's going to be your first down right there.
Penalty was against Somersworth for offsides.
Offsides before the ball even got snapped, long before. So they were in the middle of a shift. So big.
First and 10 Campbell on the Somersworth 13-yard line.
13-yard line. Campbell's going to have 1st and 10 and a really good opportunity to get on the board here. Cougars at the line. Mills behind center. Mills takes it, left tackle, good blocking, runs behind, spins down to the 5. And just a complete wall of offensive linemen in front of Keegan Mills allows him to get down the 5-yard line. Campbell's knocking at the door. Second down and 4, 9:20 to go here in the first.
Second down and 4 for Campbell. Ball's on the Somersworth 6-yard line.
Somersworth needs a play. They need a tackle for a loss. They need some sort of a play that's going to make Campbell have to think about throwing the football on later downs. Mills, he's going to look to throw. Has the ball, fires out, good throw, touchdown. Keegan Mills with the touchdown throw to number 40, Devin Ventura. And Campbell's on top, 6-0 over Somersworth.
Touchdown Campbell, that was number 40, Devin Ventura, with a reception.
Two-point conversion, knocked down and no good. So it's going to remain 6-0. Good stop by that Somersworth defense.
Two-point conversion is no good. That was number 14, Brogan Bond State with a tackle.
shift like that. I would, you gotta move. I put Steve inside and move over to the left. Look like that too. So bump him out, coach. Oh, Jesus. Who's inside of Steve right now? Is that Tony? Bump him out, coach. Bump him out now.
And so watch for the onside kick here. This is what Campbell do. And there it is. Oh, that's hit by Campbell. No, that's got to be illegal. Somersworth coaches are up in arms, screaming. Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Oh, hold on. We'll see what the call is because Campbell forwarded that ball. Yeah, they're going to argue, did he hit it first before he knocked it first?
Do not call a huddle. That is a point of emphasis, coach. Your official team from last year. We're going to get it at the 40. We're going to get that at the 48, coach.
Waiting for an explanation, but it looked like he forwarded the ball. The ball never reached the Somersworth player who came up before 10 yards. And Somersworth's going to get the ball. That's the right call. You can't forward the ball, and that's exactly what happened.
It's going to be an illegal touch against Campbell. Somersworth is going to have the ball on the 1st and 10 on the Campbell 48-yard line.
Salem up 22-0 over Merrimack after the first quarter. Josh Sabanda with a long touchdown run, so he's back. Kid who has 500 yards rushing in about 2 games. So Somersworth's going to get the ball down 6-0, 8:52 here to go in the half. Here comes the handoff, and it's Abkarian. Good run. Gets about 8 yards on first down. Good run by
Ball
Abkarian.
carried by number 23, Christian Abkarian. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 for Somersworth.
Good crowd here in Somersworth again. It's homecoming weekend. Jen commenting that Cole Brown homecoming is much better than this. I don't know why you got to throw that in there. Bonsaint's going to try to go up the middle to get the first. He might have got it. He's at the 40.
That was number 14, Brogan Bonsaint.
And it's going to be short.
3rd down and 3 for Somersworth.
They're down 3. It doesn't look like 3. They always look further than the ball looks to me. But I'm not great at math, so I'm going to go what they say. I'm good at crossword puzzles, though. 3 backs back, 3rd down. Here's your handoff into the gut of that defense.
That was number 5, Anthony McHugh.
Anthony McHugh gets 2 yards. It's going to bring up 4th down. And it's 4 down. It's got to be 4 down territory for Somersworth. They'll go for it on 4th and they say 2. It doesn't look like 2. Yeah, it's a short 2. Let's put it that way. Through the tackles and pull back, and a tremendous tackle right there by number 26, Cam Barrett of Campbell. And Campbell's going to get the football.
Ball carried by number 23, Christian Abkarian.
Let's see where they mark this.
It's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yep, Campbell football. Cam Barrett with the play. And Somersworth unable to get 3 yards in 3 consecutive carries up the gut. I'll tell you, Somersworth's not getting much up the middle. They're going to have to go to the outsides to get something going here.
That was play side inside. Coach, we ran belly.
Timeout Campbell.
Timeout Campbell.
Coach, you may have to toss it over here to the offensive left side to keep them honest.
Highlights of tonight's game will be on New Hampshire sports page tomorrow.
So we go 7, and Campbell takes over. Overload to the left. Here it comes. Yanisevsky out to the outside, about 3 yards. Good pursuit right there by Somersworth.
Ball carried by number 30.
Anthony McHugh was in on that tackle.
Ryan Zanduski. Tackle by number 5, Anthony McHugh.
We're going with Yanisevsky.
Second down.
Can you imagine
6 for
how
Campbell.
it's pronounced like John in different places? One of my favorite stories about Campbell, John, I'm going to tell it to you even though you can't respond to me. This is my favorite kind of story to tell. Is when they were upsetting Bo one year at Newport, they said Campbell. Campbell was beating them. Outside, it's Yanisevsky again, but hit right there by Mills. Really good job right there by Ray Mills. With a lot of momentum coming at him.
44, Ray Mills with a tackle.
And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Campbell.
Maybe 5. Here we go, big 3rd down and 4 play. It's going right up the middle and sneaks away. It's going to be a 1st down. Great run by number 40, Devin Ventura, who caught the touchdown pass. So with Campbell, you never know who's going to carry the football. Sometimes by the time you figure it out, he's already got too many yards.
Tackle was made by Zach Andrews. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Campbell on the Somersworth 48-yard line.
Take away that. Here's the shift, coach.
Got a shift here on 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Yanisevsky gets it, cuts inside and gets a break to the outside. Here goes Ryan Yanisevsky. He's got a block. He may go all the way. They're not going to catch him. What a run. 48-yard touchdown by Ryan Yanisevsky. 12-0 Campbell.
Touchdown Campbell. That was number 30, Ryan Zanduski.
To the left side.
Here comes the sweep out on the 2-point conversion, but hit and knocked down. So good job by the Somersworth defense to keep it to 12-0, as they haven't been able to score on either of the 2-point conversions.
That was number 24, Matt Mahadio with the tackle. So the 2-point conversion's no good.
Ray okay, coach. Ray's okay. Get him in there. Quick like you back to the second play. Ray back to. Logan back inside. You can't. Use someone else, coach. What's your issue, coach? What? It's not thinking that doesn't mean it. I'm sorry, coach. Write that to me right now.
You're hilarious. So 5:23 to go. Jen's trying out her act. You can see her at Funny Bones on Monday nights at 10 o'clock. So here comes the onside kick. This is what Campbell does. Boots kick. Someone's got to get on it. Did it stay inbounds or go out of bounds? And that's what we talked about in the preview. That's what Campbell's going to do. They're kind of a high-octane offense, and they try to kind of shock and awe you.
And after the kick, it's going to be first and 10 to Somersworth. Balls in their own
The Dick
40-yard
Cheney
line.
offense. So 5:21 to go here in the half. And it's 12-0 Campbell in a battle of undefeated here against Somersworth. Highlights of this one tomorrow on nasportspace.com, and I will be on the field with one of the two teams. They will be happy, and they will tell me who I picked in staff picks, because every kid pays attention to staff picks. So Bonsate under center with two backs behind them. They need a spark right now. Here comes a trick play. Sweep. That carry and gets it. Good pursuit. This is a highlight. Good pursuit by number 32, Nick Boucher. And Boucher was right there for Ab Carey. As Ab Carey went a long way.
32, Nick Boucher.
I don't even know if it's Boucher or
Second
Boucher.
down and 6 for Somersworth.
Second down and 6. So Somersworth kind of trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Going up the middle is not. Second and 6. 4:37 left here in the half. Good run up the middle. And a first down. Great run up the middle by number 5, Anthony McHugh. And it's a first down for the Hilltops. Hilltops want to get on the board before the end of the half. 12-0 is not anything they can't come back from, but you want to get a little bit of momentum. And right now, offensively, Campbell's been the better team. But good call right there by the offense. Rob Fosse, head basketball coach for Somersworth, in the house tonight, Jennifer. Being our coach for our cost jamboree. Should be home scouting now. Bonsate's going to throw it. Throws it deep. Receiver down and up. And Somersworth has that big play they were waiting on. Terrific pass by Bonsate. Right on.
That was number 40, Zach Andrews with the reception. It's going to be first and goal for Somersworth. Ball's in the 1-yard line.
So first and goal toppers now. Trying to see who's on the reception. I think it was number 40, but he's not in the program. There's a handoff. McHugh outside. Nothing there. He's in.
Touchdown, Somersworth.
And Somersworth's
That was
on the
number
board.
5, Anthony McHugh.
Anthony McHugh gets in. 12-6, Somersworth's on the board. They needed that. Extra point. Down, kicked up, and good. Very good. As far as extra point goes, that was a real good one by number 55,
Extra point's good.
Elvin Colazo, and it's 12-7. Campbell on top of Somersworth.
You really don't have Gray or Joe right now for that.
It does sound like Jumanji. What do you think of that remake, Jen? You think there's a shot for that one? Yeah. I like when Kevin Hart said, "Where's the rest of my torso?" I thought that was kind of funny. Good to see The Rock finally getting work, huh? Seriously. Kickoff. Line drive. Campbell's going to return it. Spun out of bounds. It's number 22. Dylan Putzlocker. Putzlocker? He's very angry at lunchtime. So 12-7, we're going to ball game. We expected it. We got it. And a big crowd here on homecoming weekend.
First and 10 with Campbell. Ball's on their own 33-yard line.
30 is off, 28 is on. He's the hotter one.
So Campbell going to try to answer with 3:32 left to go here in the half. It's been a good one. Somersworth needed a big play, and they got it. Direct stacks coming. They're going to overload to the left, and there it goes. Keegan Mills. Mills looking met by 1, 2, 3 defenders for Somersworth. Bunch of guys in on that one.
That was number 44, Ray Mills, and number 23, Christian Abkarian with a tackle.
The two running backs, Abkarian and Ray Mills. With the tackle.
Second down and 10 for Campbell.
Ray Mills is just a tough football player.
I still think the wing scoop, the wing counter is coming up within the next 2 plays.
Campbell to the line, second down and 9 at the 34-yard line. 2:52 to go. Keegan Mills tries to punch it outside, can't. Going to bring down third down, about 6.
Ball carried by number 28, Keegan Mills.
What am I guessing the yardage tonight, Jen? 0 for 44 or 0 for 41? What am I guessing the yardage?
Third down and 6 for Campbell.
1 for 42. 36. You heard it here first. Now they had success with this play. Campbell's going to go split 2 receivers out to the right. That they're going to go up the middle. They had success with this one, but this time Somersworth was ready for it. And on it, it's 44 Ray Mills again. And I would think Campbell's going to punt this one away. We'll see, though. 42-yard line, 1:57 to go. Clock's moving. They lead 12-7. 5-0 football teams. Only one team's going home 6-0. And they're going to go for it. But they might punch, they might pooch kick it. Nope, they go for it up the middle, moves the pile, and gets the first down. It looked like number 40 on the carry, Devin Ventura. Ventura's been real good in this game. Had a touchdown reception on the first quarter. A couple of key runs up the middle.
First and 10 for Campbell on the 146-yard line.
Here comes your shift. Direct snap. Who's it going to, though? Keegan Mills. Mills outside. Good blocking. Good tackle by Ray Mills. It feels like Keegan Mills and Ray Mills meet up every 35 seconds or so.
That was number 28, Keegan Mills with a carry. Tackled by number
Mills is a
44,
good
Ray
running back. He
Mills.
might be a great linebacker.
It's going to be second down and 5.
Clock's moving. No timeouts yet. 53 seconds to go. You wonder if they get a big play, then they take the timeout. But where they are, just over half field. Mills again. Bump to the outside. Lowers his head. And a penalty flag thrown. We'll see what this call is. Mills is a 5'11", 190-pound sophomore. One of our Players Locker Room members, so you can check out his player profile.
That was number 24, Matt
On
Mahoney.
NH Sports page. Let's see what the call is.
It's going to be first down for Campbell.
No offsetting penalties. So the first down's going to stand for Campbell with 33 seconds to go. Do you know there's a Crystal Lake in Gilmanton? Yeah. That's not the same one where little Voorhees. Do you know who the killer was in Friday the 13th? No, his mother was the killer. Jason didn't show up till the sequel. That's what got Drew Barrymore killed in Scream, so be careful, okay? Yeah, in Scream. The killer asked who was the killer, and she said Jason. I said no.
Those offsetting penalties. To be
Jen Michael is for you not to sleep tonight.
second down and 5 for Campbell. Ball's from the Somersworth 48-yard line.
McIsaac would have known that one. McIsaac making a very unfortunate joke about me being in a library for the first time in my life when we covered Portsmouth Plymouth in our upcoming 4 Greatest Games documentary. Sad when people have to take swipes at you like that. A lot of discussion going on, 33 seconds to go, 12-7. Dan Hodgson in the middle of it. And here we go. So Cam Barrett, one of the 2 receivers out to the right. Let's see where they go with it. They're going to throw the football. And the defender lost the ball. The number 32, Nick Boucher, came down with it. And the defender for Somersworth just sort of got lost to where the ball was. So big play for Campbell, 24 seconds ago. They're going to stop the clock with the timeout. And they're on the move. Great play there by Campbell. Kind of one of those, just throw the ball up and let a guy make a play. Don't overthrow the receiver when you have a play like that, especially this late in the half. But Campbell, 24 seconds ago, they're in business. Trying to make this a 2-score game again.
Over 3 so far. I gave him a lengthy discussion about
Josh Sabanda with a 69-yard touchdown for Salem. They lead Merrimack 36-7 with 4 minutes left to go in that half. If I didn't mention it earlier, I'll mention it again. Or you didn't hear me mention it earlier, I'll mention it again. Salem is pretty good. My preseason number 1. But I don't even have a power poll vote, Jen, so what do I know? They go the opposite way. Kind of a misdirection play, and there's a flag that goes in at the end of it. I think it was 22. Let's see what the call is.
By number 32, Nick Boucher.
It's Boucher with
There's a
who had
flag
the
on the
catch,
play.
now has the carry. 17 seconds ago, what's the penalty? And they'll call him lowering the head on Somersworth. So the ball already inside the 10. Let's see where they're going to place it now. 17 seconds to go.
maybe I should come down on the field. Thank you. These knuckleheads need to wake up.
So Campbell's in real good shape right now to make this a 2-score game. It's 12-7, late here in the second. And they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So this is a huge defensive stand for this Hilltoppers defense. Ray Mills and his defense have been good tonight, but this Campbell offense has been a little bit better. Where's the direct snap going? Goes right up the gut, but well read by Somersworth. And another timeout to quickly stop that clock. I believe it was Devin Ventura who got
That
that.
was number 52, Chase Sprague for the tackle.
Chase Sprague with the tackle for Somersworth. You know Corey Feldman was in Friday the 13th? Yes, he was the little kid. Yeah. Started Empire. Him and Ham. Feldman, Ham. That's all you gotta say. Pre-Lucas for Corey Ham.
Just a better fade the 32. Coach, you'll want to fade the 32 because it's a great position. Let's see what offense you want to do. Liquid discussion of 26, Coach. Liquid discussion of 26.
So here we go, 10 seconds to go. 3rd down and 1. The down doesn't matter so much. Here it goes. Are they going to throw it? They run it outside. Tries to bounce it back in. Spun down close. No, doesn't get in. I believe it was number 32, Nick Boucher, on the carry.
Got to get the defense on the ball. Get the defense on the ball immediately. Get on the ball, defense.
2 seconds to go. Somersworth yelling to get their defense set.
They're going to run the sniffer, Coach.
There's going to be one last play here.
No way they can spike the time, Coach. Time is over.
Spike the ball. Let's see what the call is. It was only 1 second to go when they started that. Excuse me, 2 seconds ago when they started that clock. So let's see what the call is here. Yeah, it's against Campbell. Either that or Somersworth is celebrating for all the wrong reasons. This could be a huge bullet dodged for Somersworth. Yep, that's going to be the end of the half. Campbell, Somersworth makes a huge stand down there at the goal line. And at the half, it's going to be 12-7 Campbell over Somersworth.
Okay, that's going to be halftime. Okay, it is halftime. For the score of Campbell 12, Somersworth 7.
At this time, we'd ask that you please direct your attention to midfield as we welcome out onto the field your Somersworth Hilltopper cheerleaders. This evening, we are proud to have our high school cheerleaders, our middle school cheerleaders, as well as our Pee-wee cheerleaders join forces together here this evening. So your Somersworth Hilltopper cheerleaders. Great job. Let's hear it once again for our Somersworth Hilltop cheerleaders. And please welcome out onto the field our Somersworth High School Marching Band. This year marks their 4th year as a fielded marching band. The 2017 program is titled Beautiful Dreamers. You will hear music from When You Wish Upon a Star, Carnival of the Animals, Alice in Wonderland, Pure Imagination, and Beetlejuice. Staff includes on color guard Ryan Lawson and Annika Heel, on percussion Haley Franco and Will Roller, on music and marching Brea Walters, Rachel Williams, and Sarah Foster. The band is directed by Mr. Matthew Lagarde, led by drum major Alyssa Rogers. Drum major Alyssa Rogers, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2017 Marching Toppers. A great job once again by 2017 Somersworth High School Marching Band. Great job. Teams, we have our winning 50-50 ticket. Our winning number this evening, 890728. Again, 890728. You may pick up your winnings of $141 in the concession stand. 890728. We thank everybody who purchased tickets this evening in support of Somersworth Hilltopper football. 890728. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome back to Memorial Field all of our alumni players who have joined us here homecoming weekend. We have players going all the way back to the 1960s, right up through last year. Welcome back, one and all.
That picture's at 5 p.m. They're now at their site.
Send you sometime all the highlights, sideline of
Oh, I do.
I'll send it to you.
I do. That would be awesome to play for my friends, like just like come on, just tell my buddies like I got something for you. They were fucking crazy. He was standing out on the court like he looked like shit. He was just standing there. It's up here. I'm glad I'm friends with him. Good speech, Coach.
I'll go into the second half if they need me. Can only last a play or two. A little tired. Second half about to begin, and this is a big. Somersworth really dodged a bullet at the end of the half, and they're going to kick it off to Campbell. Good kick. Fielded at the 2. And brought out 25 guideline. That's where Campbell's going to take over. 12-7, Campbell on top. See the score if you're watching this live. If you think the Friday the 13th jokes have ended, you're sadly mistaken.
It's going to be first and 10 for Campbell.
But this is a big possession right
Ball
here
to their own
for the
26-yard
Somersworth
line.
defense. Kind of carry some momentum here out of the locker room. Campbell takes over. Direct snap offense by Campbell. They'll go to a couple of different guys. Here's the shift over to the left.
Coach Dan, they're shifting to an unbalanced coach out of that shift because out of that twins look, they're shifting.
And it's been a penalty a couple times on Somersworth. So Somersworth jumping on these shifts, but that's got to be really frustrating to the coaching staff because they've been well schooled them. This is exactly the offense.
Offsides.
Really big crowd
First down
on hand.
and 5 for Campbell.
As people starting to line the outside of the field. So this is a really big crowd here on homecoming weekend. Direct snap to the left tackle and brought out there is Ryan Yanishevsky. Just short of the first down. And nope, he's going to get it. Hey, listen, I'm a ways away from the markers.
It's going to be first and 10 for Campbell. Ball's on the
Good night for
37-yard line.
football. Big crowd on hand. Two undefeated teams, 12-7. As we begin the third quarter, clock running. Direct snap. Goes up the middle. Good job sniffed out by that Somersworth defense. Couple of different guys on the tackle for Somersworth. Zach Andrew is one of the guys in there. And Ray Mills. Just assume Ray Mills is in on every tackle. Really good linebacker for Somersworth. He's a kid who you can see in the Chad
It's going
game.
to be second down and
In fact,
9
I
for
bet you
Campbell.
Dan Hodgson's a coach in the Chad game.
Unbalanced. Shift him over, coach. Move him over to the right.
They're going to run away. It's Janishevsky. Mills on him. Can't get him, but slowed down and taken down about the 41-yard line. It's going to bring up third down for the Cougars.
Every Campbell carry, it's going to be third down and 6.
Coach, even when they shift, you cannot fall asleep on a possible pass here, coach. Based upon down and distance. You have flood type action. Let's go, over here. The cash. Just a bad matchup.
Direct snap. They're going to throw it. They do out into the flat, wide open, and turning the corner. Finally brought down is number 32, Nick Boucher. But it's going to be a first down for Campbell as they kind of snuck him out to the right flat. Boucher made another catch for the first down for Campbell.
Against he's way too far inside, coach.
First and 10 for Campbell. Ball's on the 50-yard line.
Here comes that shift again. Somersworth doesn't move this time. Shift to the left. That's where they're going to go. Yanishevsky, good penetration, but misses. Just can't get a hand on him, and Yanishevsky's going to turn that into about 8 yards. Really good penetration by Somersworth, but just a tough angle to bring him down. Good defense by the Hilltoppers, but it ends up in a good run for Campbell.
That was number 40, Devin Ventura. It's going to be second down and 3 for Campbell.
Yanishevsky. They're going to throw it again out in the flat, but thrown too hard for number 32, Nick Boucher. That was fired by Adam Breton.
32, Nick Boucher.
Breton's their quarterback.
It's going to be third down.
Okay, sniffer ready, coach. Third and short, sniffer ready.
A rare stoppage of the clock with the incomplete pass. Both these teams are going to throw the ball maybe 4 or 5 times the entire game. This is 2 running teams going right at it. Shotgun. Up the middle, snuffed out at Adam Breton, but Breton gets a second. It takes 1 hit and keeps moving and gets a first down. Great run by Adam Breton. The junior quarterback for Campbell. It's going to be another first down, as we talked about this being a big opening defensive stand for Somersworth, but Campbell just consistently now moving the football down the field.
First and 10 with Campbell.
First and 10, 33-yard line. Here it comes. Yanishevsky. Oh, what a hit. Great hit. Trying to see if that's Mills or not.
Now number 44, Ray Mills with the tackle.
Ray Mills with a great tackle. Half the highlights for Somersworth should be his tackles. He just came flying out of nowhere to take Yanishevsky down. Mills has been a problem for Campbell, but so many different guys can carry the football for the Cougars. They've been able to consistently move the football. Second down and 9. That could have been a big play. And they sweep it to the other side. The handoff, and he's gone. Really well-designed play. Campbell's going to go in. I think it's Boucher with the touchdown. That was a double handoff for Campbell. I believe Boucher scores it.
Campbell, that was number 32, Nick Boucher.
It was Boucher, and that's a big touchdown for Campbell. Opened the second half and takes a 2-score lead. Got Somersworth to over pursue on that. Let's see what they can do with the 2-point conversion. Here comes the pass over the middle. Easy conversion to Keegan Mills. And all of a sudden, it's 20-7 Campbell.
That was number 28, Keegan Mills for the reception.
Smalley with a 33-22 lead over Memorial at the half. I have no loyalty to Spalding football. No loyalty to Spalding. I do have my loyalty to Spalding basketball. Exeter with a 28-10 lead over Dover. Great Bay Community College Player of the Month, John Campbell. We thank Great Bay Community College for being our sponsor tonight's coverage. Oh, he's your friend now? Pooch kick. Oh, fumbled, and Campbell's going to get it. That went right into the hands of a Somersworth football player. But he fumbled it, and now the Somersworth D's got to go back on the field, down 27. That's going to be a tough momentum. That's a momentum killer. I mean, Somersworth's really going to have to make a stand here defensively, because this one could get away from him real quick. Player down. Have the trainer out. Goffstown with a 22-12 lead over Central. Joe Marshallina out at that one. Monadnock with a 20-0 lead over Kearsarge. We're going to see Monadnock next weekend. Are you going to that game, John? The great John Kesty's going? Pete Terrier? I feel like we shouldn't be discussing this on live television. I was thinking maybe Central against Winnicott at Gill Stadium. Because they have a pool hall right across the street. No, I'm just kidding. It's a good game. I'm not kidding, by the way. Central's playing Goffstown right now. They are trailing. So Jake Champagne coming off the field hobbling a little bit. Hope that he will be able to return to the game. Like an ankle injury. But Campbell's going to take over at the 44-yard line and a 20-7 lead. This was a 12-7 game 5 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden it could get away.
Unbalanced.
Campbell recovered the onside kick. It's going to be 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line.
So Campbell takes over, trying to put this one in the rear view. Yanisevsky pounded down. His forward momentum might have got him 3 yards, but he's thrown back behind the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 2nd down. 7:45. This clock runs here in the 3rd quarter.
Keegan Mills with the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Second down. Keegan Mills takes it and gets stomped right at the line. Good tackling from Somersworth by number 52 on that tackle, Chase Sprague, and he's had some big tackles today, the junior. Again, a lot of underclassmen in this game.
That was 52 Chase Sprague and 44 Ray Mills with the tackle. It's going to be 3rd
As
down
always,
and
just as
7 for
Ray Mills is
Campbell.
in on every tackle. Ray Mills is a tackling machine. Times we have a young Bobby Boucher minus the alligators. Throw out to the, and he fell down. But good coverage there by Somersworth. They had 4 defenders getting out there. The pass was intended for number 22, Dylan Putzlacher. Jen keeps waiting for me to say that name wrong, but I'm not doing it.
It's going to be 4th down and 7 for Campbell.
Great name. So it brings up 4th down. This would be, they're going to go for it. This would be a big stop for Somersworth if they can get it here with 6:41 to go here in the 3rd in a 20-7 ball game. Yep, they're going to punt it. They're going to punt it. And a good punt by Campbell. They do that a lot, but you got to stay up for it. And that one's going to bounce all the way down to the 17-yard line. That's where Somersworth's going to take over. But good stop by this Somersworth defense. They needed it. They got it. I'm pretty sure that Jason did go to space. It was after Manhattan, I think. I think it was some sort of a project. I think at one point the government tried to get him to work for them. Or that might have been Halloween. I'm more of a Halloween guy than a Friday the 13th guy. Mike Myers fan.
Somersworth ball in their own
So Somersworth's
18-yard
going to take
line.
over. Sweep out to the left. And I think it's Abkarian with the carry. It was. Good carry on 1st down, about 4 yards. The big play of the game has been a long touchdown throw from Rogan Bonse.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for Somersworth.
to get Somersworth down to the 1 and onto the board. Plenty of time to go, and this is an offense that can score a lot of points, but they need something on this possession right here. Bonsi kept it. I don't know if that was by design or not. He sort of looked to kind of hold the ball. I don't know if it was a poor snap. I was going to bring up
That was
third
number
down.
14, Brogan Bon Saint. Needed a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Somersworth.
So 3rd down and 4. 5:20 to go. 27 football game. Big play here for Somersworth. Mills, I believe it's Mills, runs out, and I think believes gets the 1st down. It's going to be close. Nope, it was Abkarian, excuse me, Christian Abkarian.
That was number 23,
And he gets the
Christian
1st down. Big
Abkarian.
carry by Christian Abkarian. Boy, he's running hard. And a good 1st down for the Hilltoppers.
1st and 10 for Somersworth. Ball's on the own 32-yard line.
So it brings up 1st down and 10, 32-yard line. Bonsaint's going to throw it. Looks back, fires, intercepted. Right to the linebacker, was right there, and an interception right there for Campbell, number 9, Carter Vedrani. Ogre Jr. with the interception. Nice play by Carter Vedrani. I haven't called his name out too much today, but one of our favorite families in any sports base. Nice play by Carter. When Campbell makes an interception, it gets really quiet in this press box. I'm the only one making
1st
noise.
and 10 for Campbell.
So nice play by Vedrani, and Campbell takes over at the 34. They're going to throw the ball up high, behind the receiver, and open. Falls down at the 28-yard line is Keegan Mills, so he's not able to go in with it, but Campbell's really had success isolating a receiver out on one defender. And they've had a ton of success throwing the ball. They haven't had to throw it many times to do it.
We have no technique.
Ball run up the middle. It's Devin Ventura. It's usually Devin Ventura
Ball carried by
taking the
number
ball
40,
right up the middle for
Devin
them.
Ventura.
It's kind of their fullback position. Really big crowd on hand here, but Campbell on the verge of going up 3 scores and making it a really big hill to climb, no pun intended, for Somersworth. Here comes the run. Yaniskevich dives for the end zone, gets it. And Campbell goes up 3 scores on Somersworth here with 3:45 to go in the 3rd.
Touchdown Campbell. That was number 30, Ryan Janaszewski.
I believe it's Yaniskevich, but I don't think I've said it right that often. Yaniskevich? Shevsky. See?
Well, one coach said chef, but he jokingly said I have no idea. The other coach said chef.
2-point conversion, good. And Campbell, also we put a nail on that one. Carter Vedrani, back in the end zone catch. 28-7 with 3:45 left. Onside kick, and this time recovered by Somersworth. That was the big fumble to begin last time. So it's going to be Somersworth ball. I smell the food. I smell chicken McNuggets, Jen. Am I crazy? Oh, popcorn? It smells like chicken McNuggets up here. What do I tell you? So Somersworth with 3:44 to go trails 26-7. And they're going to get Campbell to jump off sides. They're going to get 5 easy yards out of that one. That was our favorite play in 3rd and long in intramural at Keene State College. Just get them off sides. Get the 5 easy yards.
Penalty was against Campbell for offsides.
Play by the rules. They're there for your protection.
5 for Somersworth.
Justin McIsaac on the road with the UNH this weekend. I believe he's returning next weekend. He wanted to be here tonight. Not enough for his job, though. Somersworth, 1st down and 5. The football near midfield. Trying to bump it outside. They did a kind of the double handoff, but Abkarian brought down by 4 different Campbell Cougars.
Ball cleared by number 23.
And one of them
Abkarian.
is Carter Vedrani.
There's a flag on the play.
That was a late flag. I don't know if that's a taunting or a unsportsmanlike. It's going to be against Campbell.
Penalties against Campbell for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Jennifer, I have 2 adrenaline fundraising jackets, and I just went to the warmer one. Made the move, went to the bullpen. It's getting a little cooler up here. So Somersworth, the benefit of a 15-yard penalty. Let's see if they can turn this momentum into something here. Oh, okay. It's a flag party now in Somersworth. And again on Campbell. I didn't see anyone jump. But apparently, yes. And Campbell on this drive has amassed 25 yards in penalties. Currently the best offensive play on the drive for Somersworth. 3:02 clock runs, end of the 3rd, 26-7. Somersworth's undefeated season on the line. Simple handoff to Ray Mills. Mills off left tackle, gang tackled. Both these teams are hitting each other pretty good.
Number 44, Ray
And Mills
Mills.
is dishing it out on the other side of it.
At the very end of the game, we will have homecoming fireworks.
Is homecoming fireworks me on the field? We're going to do an interview no matter what, Jennifer. We've done them in all sorts of weird places.
Exactly. We should not even be touching the end. It's confusing. Read that.
I can't think of the weirdest place we've ever done a post-game interview, but locker rooms. Yeah, for you, that's the weirdest place, yes. Boys' locker rooms. Zebras. Handoff, Mills, left over right tackle. Tries to find something back in line, gets about to the 35-yard line. Not much there.
Ball carried by number 44, Ray Mills.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the third.
Third down and 2.
Handoff left tackle, ball's loose on the ground and picked up by Campbell at the 40.
Ball was
Campbell
fumbled
is
by
going to take over
Somersworth.
and taking over at number 26, Cam Barrett on the recovery. And Campbell is taking control of this football game.
The ball was recovered by number 26, Cam Barrett of Campbell. It's going to be first and 10 for Campbell on their own 40-yard line.
Londonderry with a 26 leave on Alvern. By the way, Guilford Belmont tomorrow against Pembroke, Jennifer, in the game of the year in Division II football. And I have confidently picked my Golden Eagles to win tomorrow in staff picks. And if they lose, staff picks is over. I'll just end it.
Timeout, Campbell.
So Campbell with the football, 1:23 here to go here in the third quarter. Direct snap goes Ryan Yasewski. He's knocked back after, maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. So I've seen Newport in person. I've seen Campbell in person.
Ball cleared by number 30, Ryan Yasewski.
That would be a very fun football game, Campbell and Newport. We're going to see next
Second
weekend.
down and 8.
John Kesta, the great John Kesta and Pete Terry will be out at Monadnock covering Monadnock against Newport, which would be a huge game, but really the same sort of game as this one. Two undefeated teams for seeding. That will be at stake. Raniszewski up the middle, spins, about 4 or 5 yards. As the clock continues to run now with 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. A third quarter that's been dominated by Campbell.
That was number 51, Joe Boucher on the tackle. It's going to be third down and 3.
Yes.
They're going to throw the football out into the flat, caught, and turns the corner and goes. It's Cam Barrett, and Cam Barrett's going all the way for a Campbell touchdown. Cam Barrett just went out to the flat, made a move, and went, and it's 32-7. Campbell.
Touchdown, Campbell. That was number 26, Cam Barrett.
Here comes the run out, sweeping to the left, going to the pylon, and good. 2-point conversion makes it
2-point conversion was good.
34-7. Couple scores. Winnicott a lot, Portsmouth a little. 56-8. And Kennett with a 14-12 lead over Laconia. Drew Muzzy with a 22-yard touchdown run for the Sachems. Here comes the squib kick. And falling on at the 43-yard line where Somersworth was going to take over with one play remain here in the third quarter. 34-7 football game.
Now the kickoff is going to be first and 10 for Somersworth. Ball's on the 43-yard line.
Syracuse leading Clemson 17-14 halftime. How about that one? Clemson's going to rock them in the second half. Notre Dame on a bye this week. The game of the year next weekend against USC. Bonsaint's going to throw the football. Gets good protection. Fires down the sideline. Had him in, but overthrew him. Good throw. Not a bad throw at all. But that's going to end the third quarter, and it's been dominated by the Campbell Cougars. They outscore Somersworth 22-0 here in the third quarter as we head to the fourth.
Find yourself getting pulled into different organizations and clubs.
So I was surprised at how much there was to do here outside of class.
You can become a president of a club. We have basketball games, we have volleyball.
I'm getting the education, I'm getting the athletics, and I'm getting the community feel.
It's all the experiences I got outside of the classroom that really solidified for me what I want to do going forward.
I'm being pushed to the limits in the classroom and on the court.
Great Bay was a great choice. I'd make it 10 times out of 10.
Somersworth football here as we begin the fourth quarter. Campbell's going to remain undefeated at 6-0. Somersworth's going to fall to 5-1. We'll see what happens here in the fourth quarter. Ray Mills gets it. And gang tackled when he does.
Number 44, Ray Mills. Jimmy third down and 11.
Carter Vedrani not as big as Harrison Vedrani. A little quicker though. Harrison playing at Colby right now. And it's going to be timeout Somersworth.
Timeout Somersworth.
So Somersworth ball, and Bonsaint's going to throw it again. Hit, thrown into triple coverage.
Pass complete. That was intended for number 23, Christian Abkarian.
Abkarian, the intended receiver for the Hilltoppers. It's going to bring out 4th down 11. They're out to punt it away. Another high snap. That's the second of the game. And it's going to cost Somersworth again, as the ball's going to be inside the 15-yard line. That's the second snap that's gone over the puncher's head. And just a frustrating night for Somersworth.
Bad snap for Somersworth. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Campbell. Ball's on the Somersworth 14-yard line.
So Campbell looking to put a pretty emphatic exclamation on this one, as this one was a 12-7 game at halftime. Here comes the sweep to the right. Good blocking, trying to hit the corner. Does. And in, touchdown by number 32, Nick Boucher.
Touchdown Campbell.
And it is
number
all
32,
Campbell,
Nick
40 to 7.
You have to take on blockers against this kind of offense. Slow down now. You cannot let them get to you. Try to get on.
2-point conversion attempt. And his movement.
Let's jump to that square. Surprisingly, not trying to hit it.
So Campbell backed up a bit for the 2-point conversion. Breton's going to throw it, fires high and incomplete. And the kickoff will go back to Somersworth, 40-7.
Conversion was no good.
So Campbell, this is what they do. They kick short. So don't expect them to kick too deep here. And they do kick it away. Just as I said they would. Yeah. Good fight by Somersworth, but it's going to be out of bounds around the 34-yard line, where Somersworth's going to take over.
Ball was returned by number 44, Ray Mills.
Ray Mills had a heck of a game for Somersworth.
43-yard line.
Hasn't been able to do much offensively, but man, he has been a force defensively with a ton of tackles tonight for the Hilltoppers. I think that's a kid you could see in the Chad game. He's that good. DeBonce under center. Handoff. Good hit. Abkarian carries it out to the 42, 43-yard line. Christian Abkarian. Getting a pat on the head from
Ball
Cam
carried by
Barrett.
number 23, Christian Abkarian.
Hard-hitting football game.
It's going to be 2nd down and 2.
And I think what you may see because of this game is you could see these two face off again in the semifinals. There's a clear top 4 teams in Division III. These are 2 of them. Monadnock and Newport are the other 2. It's a clear line. I think the 5th best team is Stevens, but you may see a rematch. But the next time it will be in Litchfield. Somersworth will have to go on the road, and a lot of movement. So miscommunication at the line. It's gonna be a penalty on Somersworth.
Wide open. I don't know what he is watching for. If it's a double A gap, he's confused.
So Somersworth again, as Jen continues to swear in the press box. Just kidding. We love coordinators. Right tackle. That time carried by number 5, Anthony McHugh. McHugh's had some nice plays as well tonight for Somersworth.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Somersworth.
Third down and 5 here. Handoff, sweeps out to Ray Mills. Mills kind of dragged from behind by number 45, Garrett Walker.
Number 44, Ray Mills. Tackled by number 45, Garrett Walker. It's 4th down and 5 for Somersworth.
Hilltop's going to punt it away. Good snap. Reception falling on, though. I think that was Keegan Mills. And Campbell's going to have the football. 8:36 to go in this football game. Handoff up the middle, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Londonderry still up 23-6 on Alvin, so Alvin kind of battling. And BG hanging in there against North. It's 28-24 at the end of 3. Nashua North leading BG.
Campbell carry is going to be 2nd down and 9.
BG was the dominant football program in the state of New Hampshire when I began NA Sports Space 10 years ago. No longer the case. Second down and 9. Up the middle, it's Keegan Mills. Mills with a stiff arm, and he's got one man to beat. He's going to stiff arm him, and Keegan Mills is going to get in the end zone. Good hustle by Somersworth, but Keegan Mills takes it to the house.
Touchdown, Campbell.
46-7, Campbell. Extra point is good, a rare one. Make it 47-7.
Extra point was good.
The most repeat tweet of all time. That's my opinion. Switzerland.
It's going to be first and 10 for Somersworth. Ball's on their own 32-yard line.
First down run. Still battling Somersworth. That's Keegan Mills. Still working hard.
44,
Excuse me,
Mills.
Ray Mills. Sorry. Keegan Mills with the last touchdown. They didn't make a trade mid-possession.
Second down and 5.
No. I tried to make a trade, and I tried to get myself traded in Little League. Our team wasn't very good. Actually, it was Farm League. Little League, we were pretty good. It's going to shock you, John. Not a good baseball player, Dave Haley. No. Good football player. Not much. Not much of a baseball player. Mills. Off right tackle, Ray Mills. These kids are hitting hard.
That was 44, Ray Mills.
Ray Mills lowering his head and
Tackled by number 28,
obviously
Keegan
frustrated
Mills.
to be down 47-7.
It's going to be first and 10 for Somersworth.
Unbelievable. 35-0 in the second half.
Line.
Who's winning the World Series this year? That's a good question. I think the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to win the World Series this year. Yeah. Anybody but the Yankees? Can I say that? Yeah. Yeah, go Houston. Were you a Halloween fan? Yeah, the original Halloween was pretty good. I mean, you weren't even born when that was coming out, but I mean, I was like 6 years old to be fair. I know that shocked you.
Second
Because you think I was born in the
5.
50s, but the scariest thing about Michael Myers is he just like walk. Not Mike Myers, Austin Powers. He's not very scary. Michael Myers would just walk. He would never run after anybody. Just kind of slowly walk. Like you're gonna trip over a root, and I'm gonna get you. Keegan Mills is probably in that huddle saying, give me the ball. I think Keegan Mills is trying to take on the entire Campbell. Keegan Mills right now reminds me of Tanner in Bad News Bears when he just wanted to fight the entire Yankees team. I think that's what Keegan Mills. Ray Mills.
44, Ray Mills. There is a flag on the play.
Thrown out of the game.
Ray Mills is grabbing.
Interpreted 75.
Ray Mills of Somersworth battling to the end here. Penalty on Campbell. My apologies for getting my Keegan and my Ray Mills mixed up. And sportsmanlike conduct on Campbell. So Ray Mills is just pulling a Tanner and trying to fight the entire Yankee team here at the end as they move the football.
Try to look at positive.
Handoff. Bounces to the outside. It's Abkarian, Christian Abkarian tries to cut back. Good run. Is this some extracurricular stuff going on?
There's a flag on the play.
Well, let's see if this one's coming back. Some of the Campbell players felt like they got held on that. Face mask penalty against the Cougars. The Somersworth never going to give up. Tough kids.
Campbell for a face mask.
Campbell's going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Campbell.
Yeah, jump out the window. I don't care. Oh, I could hurt my ankle if I. Yeah, I don't care. Let's forget the guy with the 12-inch knife.
Tuck and roll.
Yeah, tuck and roll.
I'm a firefighter, so I know that stuff. We just tuck and roll.
We're talking about the movie Halloween. There's a serial killer after you.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, there you go. Laurie Strode, I believe, is the name of the character in Halloween, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, who at that point was throwing about 98 on the gun. Jen shakes her head at me for the 14th time tonight in disapproval. Won't be as hard to get on the field here. Jen, that's a good football question for you. What are the hardest fields to get onto for the interviews? Pinkerton's not easy. Pinkerton's like a mile and a half. I was like lobbing bottle rockets at them to let them know we were going to be on the field. Londonderry, oh yeah. Merrimack, there's always a fence to get through that I can never figure out which way to get through it. Me and fences don't work out. Ray Mills, cut back near the goal line. Clock continues to run.
It's going to be second and goal.
Ray Mills is as good as advertised.
Ball's on the 3-yard line.
Handoff to Abkarian up the middle, and he is going to be brought down about the 5-yard line. This is what, the 2 or the 3-year anniversary of Shushgate, right? The 2 years ago? A dark day in all of our lives.
Christian Abkarian carried. There's a flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike against Campbell. Timeout, Somersworth.
I have to say, when I have a child, if they're in the band, I would never tell someone to shut up. So
Yeah, twice. I'm on record right now on live TV that I almost beat that guy. I was wanted to beat him up that night. Yeah, sure skate. Is that what it is? Makes it funnier though. Somersworth trying to go in. Touchdown. The Hilltoppers get their second score of the game with 2:26 to go.
Touchdown, Somersworth.
Baseball tuba.
Extra point was good.
Oh, you're trying to get conversation going. I like it. Yes, absolutely. I went down to see my grandmother down on the Cape one year, like in Dennis, Yarmouth, like that area. And my sister and my brother and I went into a bar at like 9 in the morning in one of those like towns where they're all fishermen, and it was packed. And at that moment, I felt like they could just board up the windows and then just start eating us. Like I said, like if they're vampires, we're just walking into their coven. Like we're in like the nest. It's like that guy who's like hiking and they realize he's in the wolf's den. His life's gonna end in 17 seconds. Complete agony. So yeah, I believe that probably. What about Bigfoot? Yeah, sadly I don't. I want to believe in Bigfoot so badly. But they get hit by cars all the time. Seriously. I love how they're not like, you know what I mean? Come on. Bears get hit by cars, moose, dogs, cats. People. Ooh, Lost Boys, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. They were the De Niro and the Pacino of their time. It's not good. It's great.
And that was 44 Ray Mills with the tackle. It's going to be second down and 10 for Campbell.
Texting with a couple of parents from the Portsmouth side of the Winnicott game. They have not enjoyed their evening, losing 58-6. Don't forget that Portsmouth beat Winnicott last year. Oh man, what are we doing? With 1:25 to go.
Timeout, Somersworth. Just a quick reminder, we will have
Goffstown 29-12 over Central.
fireworks right after the
Goffstown's
game.
for real. They got a great defense. And Ryan O'Leary reporting that Exeter with a 28-10 win over Dover. Dover officially eliminated for the playoffs, and Exeter officially in the playoffs. Exeter finishes with Memorial and Spalding, I think. Or Keene, maybe? It might be Keene. Anyway, they're not going to lose. No, it's not Keene. They don't play that game. Memorial, one of them. As you expect, Campbell just take a knee here. And they're going to let the clock run to the point where they can run one final play.
I was just told that the Somersworth seniors, no surprise, won Spirit Week.
I'm not tweeting that.
And again, we will be having fireworks right after the game.
As far as high school crowds go, Jen, this has been a typical high school crowd, which 90% of them I don't think even notice who's winning the game. No time to go. Abkarian running with the football, and the game's not over yet. Abkarian nearly ran it back as some of the Campbell players are walking off the field. And there's a penalty on the final play with no time left in a 47-14 game. Because, of course. Final score 47-14 from Somersworth. Campbell undefeated.
Okay, that's the end of the game with the final score: Campbell 47, Somersworth 14.
Sorry guys, but thank you for having us. We'll see you again. I just think you're gonna have to go to Campbell.